Hey folks, hope everyone is doing well as the holidays approach. I wanted to put together this little update for you on the state of interest rates. I know, super exciting stuff, but those of you that are brave enough to stick with me, there's some kind of cool stuff going on that I want you to know about. So why are things still kind of stubbornly high? Well, a couple things for you. First of all is inflation. The party isn't over just yet. Inflation's been sticking around like the party guest that just won't leave. The Fed these days, their solution is to keep that punch bowl sort of out of reach for everybody. Even though they're slowly reducing the interest rates, they're made it clear that they're not ready to let us enjoy lower rates until inflation calls it a night. Their target rate is around 2%. We're currently running around 3%. It's been that way for a minute. Don't see it changing, but that's a huge part of the program. Number two, the economy. It's still strong on paper. On paper, that is. I know it doesn't feel like it, but on paper, it sort of is. People are spending, but jobs are somewhat scarce. Wages are still going up slightly. Employers, they're not firing anybody, but they're not hiring anybody. And with the holidays approaching, consumers are going to demand and buy and spend like there's no tomorrow. So unless the economy gets a little less enthusiastic, the Fed's going to continue to be a little bit conservative in what they do regarding rates. Number three, the debt. The government, and it's both parties, always both parties, they just spend a lot more money than they're taking in. To keep everything going, they got to go to the well every week and sell bills, notes, and bonds. Those are just IOUs to keep the money supply up to pay for everything. So when you have too much supply, you got to lower the price. And when the price of these IOUs or these bonds, bills, notes, and bonds goes down, the interest rates go up. They're inversely related. That also keeps mortgage rates a little bit higher. And that's sort of the dirty little secret that still doesn't get really much press at all. But long story short, the government needs to spend less money. And regarding the government, the shutdown, it seems like this may be settling pretty quickly, but the damage is already done. And once they do kick it up again, it does take some time to come back online. It's almost like, when you got that new Windows update, how long your computer takes to reboot and get it coming back up again. Same sort of deal. It takes a minute. Markets, they hate uncertainty, and certainly that's in plentiful supply. Finally, the Fed itself is divided. Adding more uncertainty and volatility to the interest rates is the Federal Reserve itself. They're pretty divided on whether to cut rates at the next meeting in December. Here's a couple cool quotes from some of the folks that kind of tells you what they're thinking. The Fed Chair Jerome Powell, he said this here a couple weeks ago at the last press conference. He says a further reduction in the rate policy in the December meeting is not a foregone conclusion. It's far from it. So that spooked the markets. Next up, Austin Goolsbee. He's the Chicago Fed Chair, or Fed President, I should say. He said, quote, "I'm not decided going into the December meeting. My threshold for cutting is a little bit higher than it was 2 meetings ago. I'm nervous about inflation, the inflation side of the ledger." Yeah, definitely true. Lisa Cook, the other Fed governor, this is the one that President Trump has been trying to oust. She says, quote, "Policy is not a predetermined path. If we keep the rates too high, that increases the likelihood that the labor markets will deteriorate sharply," and we're already seeing that. Lowering the rates too much would increase the likelihood of inflation expectations becoming, quote, "unanchored." So it's this fine line between jobs and inflation and money supply. So in short, with the excitement of the election and the last Fed cut behind us, rates will probably stay more grounded thanks to the inflation situation, the strength of the economy, our ongoing challenges with debt, and a few plot twists like the government shutdown and what the Fed governors are sort of talking amongst themselves. So what does that mean to you? When we have these brief periods of interest rates decline, they're kind of like those green shoots from back in the day. It's super important to jump on it and not miss out. So if you stuck with me this far, God bless you. Thanks for watching. And like always, if you have questions or concerns or you want to know more, please reach out. I'm never too busy to help. If I don't talk to you, I hope you have a fantastic holiday. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.